So we recently saw this. It was a commercial, right? This past weekend, and that had Shaq in it, and basically James Gunn was showcasing the Superman suit, and I keep sometimes when you can kind of see a train wreck coming, you can see it coming, and you're like the conductor, whoever's running that train, you're like, I don't understand why you're not slowing down or trying to stop or trying to reverse course or trying. I got a lot of flack for my review, my critique of that suit and also that trailer. But a couple months on, you start reading the comments, you start looking at people, and you start realizing, yeah, you were right. Because that suit, and I'll try and show the video because I really want you to see it. Hopefully, it doesn't have any copyright strikes because that way I can't show it. But you can. I'll put the link below if I can't show the video. You can go find it on YouTube. But I saw that suit, and it gets worse every freaking time I see it. And the crazy thing is, again, I've talked about how maybe once we see it in the movie, we're gonna love it. Perception is everything, right? First impression matters. When your first impression is so bad and you're not trying to fix it. Because again, I'm talking as a fan, not a fanatic. A fan. I want this to do well. I want this movie to do well. I want David Cornsweet to end up being what Henry Cavill was. Well, it still is, right? If he becomes the next real big star Superman actor, so be it. But man, that suit, and again, for those people who are criticizing people like me talking or criticizing that suit, I want you to tell me exactly what you like about that suit. Because when you watch Christopher Reeve put on that suit, and his was more generic, more, people call it simplicity or more simple. But this was 79, 81, 82. Back then, that was one of the best suits you'd ever seen, up until obviously you saw Michael Keaton don the Batman suit, right? But Christopher Reeve's suit was outstanding and it was form fitting. And then we saw Brandon Routh, even though Brandon Routh was not necessarily muscular. A lot of people had a problem with him not necessarily playing Superman. It just, he didn't look like Superman, right? And because this was what, 2006, he didn't really look like Superman. I did like that movie, certain parts of it. I didn't like that version of Lex Luthor played by Kevin Spacey. It was a little bit older, way darker. Actually, I think that's the version we're going to get in this new Superman movie, right? But there's scenes in that movie and it was form fitting. And then we saw Brandon Routh, even though Brandon Routh was not necessarily muscular. A lot of people had a problem with him not necessarily playing Superman. It just, he didn't look like Superman, right? And because this was what, 2006, he didn't really look like Superman. I did like that movie, certain parts of it. I didn't like that version of Lex Luthor played by Kevin Spacey. It was a little bit older, way darker. Actually, I think that's the version we're going to get in this new Superman movie, right? But there's scenes in that movie, like Superman saving that plane, that shot, Bryan Singer, man, that's one of the best shots in all of, like, comics. I mean, whew. If you haven't seen that shot, just go watch Brandon Routh, Superman Returns. That scene where he's saving that plane, it'll give you goosebumps because it was really cool. But then you could imagine the same with like Henry Cavill. Like, oh, anyway. So, I digress. So, with this, again, it keeps getting worse every single time James Gunn decides to show to share more information about. So at this point, I'm like, dude, can we just wait until this movie comes out? Because I mean, you see it and you see. It's hard not to criticize when you, because imagine if, okay, we saw Iron Man, right? Imagine if Marvel decide to recast. Obviously, they will. If they ever do another Iron Man movie, it'll be another Robert Downey. It wouldn't be Robert Downey Jr. It's going to be another actor who plays Iron Man, right? Imagine when you see that suit, and you're like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, we don't, how, when you have something that you can basically borrow from, because that's the expectation. When you have something that it's basically beloved, even if you're doing something else, you obviously you're not going to do the same exact thing. Every director, everybody wants their own input and vision, right? But damn, how about you just come close? So I hope I can be able to show that video. If I can't, you can find it on YouTube and I'll share the link. But I want you to tell me, if you like the suit, why do you like the suit? Because I know James Gunn's really, really trying to sell this movie. And a lot of it, I think he's heard the backlash. They're really, because they're doing their rounds right now, marketing. They're everywhere. Really, really trying to sell this movie. You have time to do a few reshoots. Obviously, it can't be CGI. We're going to know it's CGI, and we're going to kill you for it. David Cornsweet is a big man. You could have made a form-fitting. But anyway, again, we don't know. I said it again. James Gunn might be pulling a trick on us. And then we see whatever version we're seeing as Superman suit. Maybe that's his first iteration of a Superman suit. And then he ends up wearing another suit. I don't know. Wishful thinking. But anyway, watch that video. You let me know what you think. If you like it, why do you like it? I mean, if I get criticized for it, so be it. I just want it to be good. I want it to be good. I haven't criticized the story because we haven't watched the movie. I don't know what the plot is. We've seen a few things from the trailer. But first impressions is for some people is everything. And when you have Superman, it's hard not to expect something good. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, watch the video. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Biceps, too small. Boots will never fit. And the belt, not that thin anymore. I thought I sent in my sizes.
Oh, business and basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal. What are you doing here?
I'm just meeting with the director, James Gunn. I'm gonna be in this new Superman movie. Ain't that right, James?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you guys connected. It's not every day you get to meet the OG superhero. David, I want you to meet my buddy Shaq. Shaq, I want you to meet Superman. You see the resemblance?
Suit doesn't fit anyway.
Oh, Shaq, don't be like, what are you doing, dude? Come on, man.
You should have chose me, Mr. Gunn.
Dude, don't be like that, Shaq.
You know, you would look great in the suit.
Come on, I didn't even tell you about the cool cameo I offered Barkley.
Barkley. Dun, 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 dun.